Good day, dear friends, and welcome back to The Fence. This is our little corner of calm in a world that feels like it has misplaced its common sense. Picture this: a quiet moment, a warm cup of tea, a perfectly innocent biscuit, and then, bang, a glossy magazine cover leaps out and nearly takes me out at the knees. According to the headline, Prince Harry is now fighting for his family. Fighting. Heroically, noble stance. Cue dramatic music. And just like that, the biscuit is in danger. Quick favor before we go any further. If you are enjoying this already, hit that subscribe button and click the notifications bell. It costs nothing, takes a second, and it helps Royal Top Stories more than you know. Thank you if you did. Now back to the show. Because we need to talk about what this story really is. Not a heartfelt plea, not a brave stand. This is a carefully timed, carefully polished public relations maneuver, wrapped in glossy paper and sold as sincerity. And the timing, as always, is fascinating. When King Charles is continuing public duties while facing serious health challenges, when Prince William and Princess Catherine are focused on remembrance, service, and substance, out comes another Sussex headline demanding attention like a foghorn in a library. Let us slow this down for a second. When you leave a job, you do not keep the company car, the corner office, and the security team. That is not cruelty, that is reality. Prince Harry stepped away from royal duties, publicly, dramatically, with contracts, cameras, and commentary. And now, years later, he wants the benefits without the burden. That is like resigning from the surf patrol and then demanding a rescue helicopter for your weekend swim. The core of this so-called fight is about security. Harry argues that he cannot safely bring his family to the United Kingdom without taxpayer-funded police protection. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Security decisions in Britain are made by professionals, not by kings granting favors. The monarch does not click his fingers and override the Home Office. If that happened, we would have a constitutional crisis faster than you can say Cordy. Asking the king to intervene is not romantic, it's reckless. And then there's the emotional framing, the children, always the children. The implication that if demands are not met, access is limited. It's an argument designed to pull heartstrings while quietly sidestepping responsibility. Plenty of high-profile figures visit the United Kingdom every year. They hire private security, they keep a low profile. They do not announce their arrival with a press release and a photographer on standby. Now let's talk control, because this is where the conversation gets interesting. The British monarchy runs on tradition, transparency, and protocol, not vibes, not branding. And historically, yes, the crown has had a formal interest in royal grandchildren, particularly those in the line of succession. It's old, dusty law, rarely tested, but it exists. And that reality may well explain why visits are endlessly delayed, complicated, and surrounded by conditions. Once you step onto British soil, you're stepping into an institution that does not bend easily to personal strategy. This is where the narrative starts to wobble. If the goal were truly family reconciliation, there would be quiet visits, private moments, and less media theater. Instead, we get magazine exclusives, legal battles, and carefully worded statements. It feels less like a reunion plan and more like a negotiation tactic. And while all of this is happening, the working royals are doing something deeply unfashionable. They're working. King Charles continues engagements. Prince William balances duty with parenting and leadership. Princess Catherine, even while stepping back for health reasons, remains the emotional center of the future monarchy. No interviews, no complaints, no dramatic leaks, just service. That contrast is not accidental, and the public notices it. Another shadow hanging over this story is credibility. Trust, once cracked, does not magically reseal. Over the past few years, there have been corrections, clarifications, and quiet walkbacks that have left many people skeptical. When transparency is selective, questions grow louder, and in an institution built on continuity and clarity, uncertainty is corrosive. Then there's the international angle. Harry's own words in his memoirs sparked legal and political chatter in the United States about visa rules. Regardless of how that plays out, it highlights a bigger issue. Impulsive honesty might sell books, but it can create serious consequences. If circumstances ever forced a return to Britain, the dynamic would change overnight. Geography has been a buffer. Remove it, and the real negotiations begin. This is why the fighting for family storyline rings hollow to so many, because fighting for family usually looks like compromise, humility, and consistency. Not lawsuits, not public score settling, not monetizing grievances while asking for institutional protection. You can't torch the bridge and then complain about the swim. What makes this genuinely sad is that it didn't have to be this way. The goodwill was there, the platform was enormous, the opportunity to carve out a modern supporting role was real. Instead, we have a cycle of grievance and reaction that benefits everyone except the children at the center of the story. And here's the bottom line, friends. The monarchy is bigger than one unhappy prince. It cannot be reshaped to suit individual demands without undermining itself. Saying no is not punishment, it's preservation. If boundaries are not held, there are no boundaries at all. So when you see the next glossy cover, take a breath, read between the lines, and ask who benefits from the timing, the tone, and the framing. Because real stability is quiet, real dignity doesn't need headlines, and real service doesn't come with conditions attached. Thank you for watching, and I truly appreciate you spending your time with Royal Top Stories.